Hey everybody, welcome to Jedi Hour. This is a video idea I've been wanting to do for a while. Hopefully my battery holds up. If not, we're probably going to be changing formats or I'll have to redo this whole thing. Basically, the premise of this video is simple. For the next hour, I'm going to cram in the 4 major parts of being a Jedi. That's going to be study, aka knowledge, where I'm going to just kind of reflect on some Jedi material that I brought along. You can do the same, pick whatever material you want to do. We're going to be doing that for about 10 minutes. Next, we're going to move on to service. Service is something about the Jedi way. It's something we do. It's kind of core to our path. Basically, I'm gonna do trash pickup. You could pick whatever service you want, maybe a chore at your house, maybe something your parents or roommates or whatever spouse tend to do. Maybe pick one of their chores, do it for them, whatever. We're gonna be doing that for 10 minutes. So just 10 minutes to kind of clean up, start a chore, do something. Then we are going to do a 20-minute workout. This workout can be whatever you want. You can do whatever, follow along, 20 minutes. Then we're going to end off with 20 minutes of meditation. And again, you can use whatever meditation technique you like. I am going to just simply zazen it out here. I'm just going to relax, be a part of nature, enjoy. I don't recommend doing this in the middle of the day at noon in Southern California on a summer day, but you know, whatever, here we are. I have sunscreen on, I have water. Make sure you do the same if you're trying to follow along exactly as is. Jedi Hour, let's begin. Start a timer for 10 minutes and we're just gonna study. We're just gonna get in on it. Okay, everybody, we are going to start Jedi Studies. Feel free to follow along with me. Actually, it's not like I'm gonna be talking. You guys can do whatever you want. I got some, or I had some music going. I don't really need the music right now. But, you know, Star Wars music, you know, put on the soundtrack, enjoy it. Really get into the vibe. Maybe I should talk aloud. I don't know. Because if you're studying, I don't think you want me talking. But I guess if you want to actually study along with me, we can do it that way, right? One of the things I like about this book is that role-playing guides are meant to help you get into character of the Jedi and what is living life as a Jedi. You're getting into character. You're living your life as this being, right? That's why the Jedi path, when you look at the history, really was born out of the role-playing guides or the role-playing chat rooms and things of that nature, was because people had that question. You know, why can't I apply this to my life? Why can't I do meditation, right? Maybe it's not rising meditation like Obi-Wan, you're floating in the middle of the room, but certainly meditation nonetheless. For example, here's something out of the role-playing guide. A Jedi is at her best when she is brave, selfless, and responsible, and she puts the will of the Force before her own personal wants and needs. A Jedi also serves as an icon of socially acceptable behavior and positive influence. Being a Jedi is about much more than defeating the enemy and overcoming the dark side. The Jedi must earn the acceptance of the common citizens of the galaxy and uphold the tenets of the Jedi Order as well. And for me, this becomes something that we can really apply into our everyday lives and something that applies to how we live. I mean, we just look at the first part sets us up as Jedi. You know, a Jedi is at their best when they are brave, selfless, and responsible. Being brave, you know, sometimes that's just getting up with, you know, depression, or sometimes that's just moving forward, going to a job that you really don't want to go to, but you know you're working towards bigger goals. You know you're working towards something. So you have to be brave. You have to put on that brave face. This is not something you really want to do, but you know it's a stepping stone to get to where you really want to go. And by showing that example, by showing that to the rest of the people that, hey, you know, I don't want this isn't my life. You know, I'm not defined because I'm a cashier at Target and I deal with, you know, rude people every day. That makes it tough to go to work because people are, you know, and I have to work on holidays when everybody gets to be with their family and things like that, right? And that's just an example. I did work at Target at one time. I was not a cashier, fortunately, but that's just an example, right? That sometimes you work in a position and that position doesn't define you, but you can still find moments to be a Jedi, and people can see that, and people in your life and your friends, your family, and they can see that you're willing to put in the work of something that isn't as rewarding as it may seem, right? Paychecks aren't always that rewarding, especially for some of the stuff people have to put up with in certain jobs. It doesn't always feel like a reward. It just feels like a grind. And being brave and going through that, that's just, you know, that's something we can consider. Being selfless, I mean, parents have to do that all the time, but because you're always putting the needs of someone else kind of before your own. But also, being selfless is just about giving your time to your friends, you know, and sometimes you want nothing more than to just relax in quiet, but, you know, you need to, you know, your friends need your help or, you know, something of that nature. And yeah, so selflessness, I mean, that comes and goes, right? You can't be selfless all the time. Self-care is not selfishness, but you do need to consider yourself in all endeavors, in the things that you say you're going to do. You know, you have to consider your own well-being, where your mindset is at, what you need in this moment. Sometimes we can put that on hold. Sometimes, you know, you're like, I could just really use a quiet room or a hot shower or something like that. And you're like, but I know that can wait, and I can, you know, help my friend out or whatever. Being responsible, that all ties into it. Being a Jedi is responsibility. Again, just the daily grind. Your daily life really fulfills all of this. I know people don't see that as heroic, and I know that it doesn't seem like a sacrifice at times. Maybe it does, but living your life, we can apply braveness or bravery, selflessness, and responsibility into our daily lives. It's what we wake up and do, even though it's not always what we want to do. It is, we have to get up, we have to do the grind, we have to work towards where we want to be. This is just the reality of life. Nothing's handed to us. Yeah, there's people who luck into things, and even myself recently, I found like the job that I work, I kind of lucked into that, you know, not really qualified to be doing it, but I lucked into it, and it's been good. It's been good for me on multiple levels. So, but it took a long time to get there, right? I didn't just magically get there. I worked a lot of bad jobs. I've moved all over the place. I've really sought to find my place in life, and it's taken a long time to get to a place where I finally feel comfortable and I feel like I'm growing. And that took being responsible, and that took, you know, at times being selfless, and that took at times being brave. So that's just one of those things that everyday life is going to test you. It's going to test you as a Jedi. And so you have to consider that, and you have to consider, you know, waking up and doing your own thing. That's just being a Jedi, right? That's how we apply the path in everyday life. How you wake up, how you go to school, how you go to work, how you deal with people, and then, you know, how you go to bed, how you prepare for bed, how you prepare for the next day, how you face these trials and tribulations. You're going to go through very tough situations in life. You're going to go through heartbreak. You're going to go through breakups. You're going to face adversity on multiple levels. You're going to get maybe a diagnosis that, you know, that's just going to crush you. And how you handle that is what's going to speak volumes. You know, it's not what happens to you. Everybody, I know it doesn't seem like that because we live in this world of social media, or maybe you have surrounded yourself with like really good people and the really rocking life. They have their own struggles though, you know that, and everybody, you know, social media is a picture, right? It's the best, it's the highlights, and here we are you know, everybody wakes up and they have their struggles and they have their worries, they have their doubts, and you have to be brave, you have to be responsible to go out there and do it, you know, and applying the Jedi way. That's what it's about. And this paragraph alone really kind of tackles all it's the opening paragraph. It's meant to set you up. And it talks about Jedi serving as an icon of socially acceptable behavior. And we have a plane going through. Oh well, I mean, nothing I can do about that. We're on a timer here, so. But a Jedi, you know, serves as an icon of socially acceptable behavior. It's going right over me. Plane pause. Oh, it's two planes. Two propeller planes. Flying in formation. That's pretty cool. All right. Socially acceptable behavior. That's gonna obviously differ between socials, right? Yeah, that varies, man. My socially acceptable behavior, or what's socially acceptable at work, is different than what's socially acceptable with my friends, you know, things like that. But mainly that just boils down to be a Jedi, right? Be a Jedi. You can have patience, you can have knowledge. That doesn't mean be stalwart, stoic all the time. You can laugh, you can joke, you can even have inappropriate jokes. Don't think I don't have those. But the main thing, it finishes off with being a positive influence. And I think that goes to when we talk about things like equity and we talk about respect of all life and what a Jedi does in everyday life. You know, these are the things that apply to us, and these are things that we can do every day, right? We can do these things every day. Being a Jedi is much more than defeating the enemy and overcoming the dark side. Much more. Meaning it's not, those things aren't disregarded. You're going to have to overcome your dark side, and you're going to have certain enemies, probably the enemies within are the most dangerous, that you are going to have to defeat. And but again, acceptable behavior, positive influence, brave, selfless, responsible, being a Jedi, that's what it's about, okay? So our 10 minutes is basically up. I could ramble on for 5 hours. That was a paragraph of a whole book. That wasn't really what I planned to do. I had planned to just sit here quietly reading. Maybe I'll do that for the next one. Maybe I'll do that for the next Jedi Hour. But 10 minutes is up, guys. All right, everybody. Hopefully you got in your study time. Wasn't what I planned, as I said, but you know, it is what it is. We'll try something different next video. For this one, the next 10 minutes is going to be on service. So go start whatever you're going to do on service. I'm going to grab a trash bag, set my timer for 10 minutes, and then do this. I'm going to be walking around here. I'm just going to leave. This time I am just leaving the camera on. It's just running. I ain't talking to you. I'm going to go do my service. All right? Put on some music. That always makes the time go by quicker. All right? Let's go, Jedi. Let's do this thing. Timer. Keep it up, Jedi. Keep it up, man. Still going. Still going. Alright, Jedi. It's 10 minutes. 10 minutes is up. We're gonna see how's our battery doing. That's the question. Battery just dropped. Alright, let's try to get this next one out. Set your timer, 20 minutes. Remember, if we don't have video after this, 20 minutes meditation. Right now, we're gonna do our program. Let's not destroy nature. Embarrassing myself. Just a few more. Never mind. What we got next? Right? Not user error still. It's the uneven ground. That's what it is. It's not very accountable, Jedi. Let's go. Come on, we're almost done now. We only got a couple more minutes. Let's rock it out, Jedi. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sorry, I should have been talking more during this part, huh? Motivational. Like, if I don't know what you're doing for your workout, maybe next one. First video is always the worst. Live and learn. Live and learn. Come on. Let's go. Alright. Let's go, let's go. Breath. Alright. Come on, come on. I know we're tired. I know we're tired. We're almost there. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Or don't. No, no, no. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. He's getting to him. He's getting to me. Still got more time. More time. More time. Still going. Still going. Still going. Come on. Don't stop. Don't stop. Okay. Now, maybe stop. 30. Or just go. See what you got. See what you got. See what you got. Alright. Alright, rest. Rest, you got a few more. You got 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Get some water if you need water. I need water. Doing this at the heat of the day. That's not too smart. Alright, Jim. Woo! Going down. Only a few more seconds left. Only a few more seconds left. Oh, sorry. Should have been talking throughout the whole thing. I just got those bands recently. I figured they'd make a good quick workout. And they do, but I mean, need more practice with it. Alright. That's 20 minutes. That's 20 minutes. How much battery do we got left? Oh, last leg of the battery. Probably gonna have to switch up formats. Next, Jedi meditation. Alright, that concludes Jedi Hour. Obviously over an hour with my blah 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 and setup and stuff. Hopefully it's not the last Jedi Hour we do, and hopefully the next one is better and better. Alright, thanks Jedi. You know where the buttons are. Like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe, whatever makes you happy. May the Force be with you. I want to give thanks to everybody who participated in the contest, and thanks for everybody, all the subscribers. Thanks for everyone who leaves comments, subscribes, watches. It's appreciated.